It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we've got the Dolphins field-stretching tight end. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Dolphins and the Panthers, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their seventh-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here we go. He'll find McMillan here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now here's Young. That is incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's right. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8, and it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there, as they'll get 20 and a first down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll go with Murphy here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up from the 41. This is 2nd and a yard. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Tua. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Dolphins at 15-1 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Ready. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. You talk about this Miami defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here we go. Here we go.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The end result, 21 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Young to throw it. Complete to his tight end, Jalen Hyatt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Young to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, it's Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And all the way down to the 26. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Inside handoff now, Miller. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. No, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Ready, go.
And they just get the playoff. Now Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Irving. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. After one, a 14-3 ball game. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
Sorry about that, guys. I was getting something. What happened here? Oh, they had a punt. Okay. Sorry about that. It's actually in the morning. I was grabbing a cup of coffee while the defense was playing.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
By the way, Tua just tied Dan Marino's record for touchdowns in a season. So if I get another touchdown, he'll break it. So kind of keep an eye out for that.
Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Again, running right to where my route ends. Running right to it. It won't happen again the rest of the game. It won't happen again the rest of the fucking game. It's got to happen one time a fucking game. It's ridiculous.
Disaster already backed up deep in their own territory. So the interception and the pick 6 ensued. That was a big play.
It certainly was, and the short field gave him the rare opportunity to take it all the way back and quickly. And once he saw that he had an open field, there's no way he's going to let that opportunity slip away, and finds his way into the end zone.
And that flag accepted. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And he enters this final weekend of the regular season as the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They begin with a run by Miller. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On play action, here's Tua. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
What a great play to break the record. What a great play. Yeah, it came in at 46 touchdowns. Dan Marino had 48. That's his 49th. So, what a fucking great play, man. Sorry it's been a little bit of a disaster.
Tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2. Now a give, Irving running right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, they go with Irving. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returning here is Wright. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the deep...
Down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. To throw, Young. Steps away to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. Now Young. This is caught by McMillan. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. But following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
Ready.
Here is Young. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This 2nd and 4. Young. This one into the hands of Burton. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Again, it's Young. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Young will set to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Looking to pass. Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Tua going to throw. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Try to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking to throw, Young. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
Ready.
Now Young. That one completes him again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Second down and 6 now.
Here we go.
Now here's Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. This now a 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. Hut.
Young. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. He'll find McMillan here. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Final play of the half. Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started up in Foxborough, a rematch of a great AFC title game from January of 2018. Jacksonville in town to take on New England, and it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. The Pats trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we're off to check out another game, and you can see currently they trail in that ball game. Troy Franklin, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. 3 touchdown passes there for J.J. McCarthy. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30 of the Dolphins offense, and their wideout getting set to go once more. And as we enter the final weekend of the season, you can see his name right up there atop the league in terms of touchdown receptions this year. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw, Howell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Howell down to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. And Howell will throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Hurd. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Young. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Here we go. Ready.
Young now. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Set. Ready. Hunt.
Young to throw it. That one complete to Liggett. He's to the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Liggett, 69 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Throwing here, Howell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 22 now, here's second down and a yard. Powell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Here's Howell. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground with Irving. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
Set, check, pink. Ready, ready.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. They'll try to throw down. Young. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here is Young. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
Come on, set.
Now Young. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 36-yard line.
It'll be Young again. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw, Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Check White. Smith red. Ready?
Here's Young from the shotgun. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down.
Brings up second and goal.
Let's go now. Set.
Young working out of the gun. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Not what you wanted there. It goes as a sack and a loss of a yard. And not only that, now it's fourth and goal. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's very much alive in the race for most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked second in the NFL at this point in the season. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Howell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And fighting down inside the 25. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Hands it off out of the gun. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, their defense has really struggled. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Young. And his throw is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Out of the gun, it's Young. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And that one too wide and incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Opposite, green, switch, yellow, black swap, check.
Young to throw it. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Dolphins, they finish off one of the best regular seasons of all time, 16-1, their final record. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll limp to the finish line a bit with a final record of 5-12. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way.